Right. Hello, good morning. This is High Priestess Jamila, and I wanted to come and speak to you guys about something that's really important that has to do with love and psychic readings. Why it's important for you to see a spiritualist or a psychic reader, which I am both, okay? Um, why it is so important, why these readings are so valuable. Now, first of all, with me, guys, I don't sugarcoat anything. I tell you exactly what the spirits show me. I tell you exactly what they tell me or what they show me in the cards. I don't ever sugarcoat anything for anybody. If you want to know how somebody really feels about you, if you have any doubt, that is what these readings are for. If you feel as though somebody's not being honest with you, because see, here's the whole thing. A lot of times people are not being honest with themselves when it comes to love and when it comes to relationships. This is something that people are in trouble with when it comes to love. In 2019, things are confusing when it comes to love. So, this is the reason why people like me are here to help you gain clarity in that. And the main thing, the main message that my spirits wanted to give to you, because this is something that I have personally experienced, personally. The main message that my spirits wanted me to bring to you guys today was that you do not want to sit around wasting your time. Time is currency. Time is valuable. I have seen so many people sit around and just waste their lives on something that doesn't even exist between themselves and another person. So these readings are in fact very empowering. Empowering. My nose is a little stuffy, guys. These readings are very empowering for you because I've seen people waste their life, waste their time when you could have been focusing on someone else or something else. This is the whole point of psychic readings. This is the whole point of it, so that we can gauge whether or not you're wasting your time on something. You know, there are a lot of readers that you will go to, and they don't like to dwell in the dark areas of your mind. See, I don't mind doing that. There are a lot of people that they will listen to your story, they will listen to your questions, and they will tell you what they think you want to hear based upon the work that they want to do. So if you some psychics, and I'm not saying anybody in particular, I'm just saying that this is something that I have actually um, helped a lot of my clients with. They will go to a spiritualist, and that spiritualist, because they just want the money. They don't want to actually help you, and they just want your money. So what they will do is they will tell you what they think that you want to hear based upon what you may be willing to pay for. So they'll say, oh, this person is in love with you. They love you, just so that they can get your money so that they can charge you for a love spell. This, in my opinion, is ridiculous. for people to do this. First of all, love spells within themselves are very sacred. If you went to somebody and you're fixated on someone, right? Or you're infatuated with someone, but that person is somewhere else. They want somebody else. You can have a bad guru or a spiritualist not be honest with you. And so the next thing you know, you're paying for love work because I'm going to tell y'all something. When I do cleanses for y'all, I deal with a lot. This is not to be taken lightly. I deal with a lot when I do the work for you. For me, I would rather go through that than charge you for a love spell that's not going to work ever. And I have seen this happen time and time again because um, there's a lot of spiritualists out here. They just want to do love work. They just want to do love work. That's all they want to do. They don't want to do anything else. And see, those spiritualists are irresponsible because the reason why they want to do love work is because they don't want to deal with those fears and those negative emotions of unrequited love. They don't want to deal with that. They just want to try to tell you that they can bring you back together with that person. And it's not going to happen. It's not. I've had, just in my own personal experiences with the issues and the problems that I've had with other spiritualists on here. They could not accept that they could never reunite me with my hometown. They couldn't accept it. So guys, y'all got to be careful with some of these people. No, I'm not taking questions right now. I'm sorry, Orion. I'm sorry. Um, I may be later because, I couldn't sleep before I came and told y'all this message. I actually just woke up because I was dealing with, issues and problems with people, on the YouTube platform that attacked me. So I had to do some work last night or early this morning. And I'm going to get a couple of more hours of sleep. But spirit, like it was on my heart to come and talk to you guys about this because there are a lot of frauds out here and they will lie to you. They will lie to you just so that they can do the work that they want to do. For me, I would rather tell you the truth, say, hey, you need a cleanse and a cord cutting because you are in love with somebody or you are stuck on somebody that does not feel the same way about you. And you know what? I'm serious as all get out about this. This is one of the reasons why people love my readings because I don't lie to people. I don't tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth so that you can pick up and move on with your life. Listen, everybody deserves love. In my opinion, everybody deserves love. And there's somebody out there for everybody. But if you continue to stay stuck on somebody that does not feel the same way about you, do you know that I have seen people literally waste their lives over this? I've experienced it for myself. I've experienced unrequited love for myself. Do you understand me? I wasted 8 years of my life stuck on somebody, pondering the situation. And even though, yeah, I was a single mom, so that helped. That actually helped the situation. But did it help my family? Did it really help my children? Me sitting around being alone? No, it didn't. Now, my situation is going to be different. Thank you, Angela Williams. My situation is going to be different than a lot of you. A lot of you don't have children. A lot of you don't. But guess what? you still have a life to live, and you only get one life to live. This lifetime, don't throw it away. Time is currency, time is important. So if you sit around for too long trying to figure something out, and I understand it can be confusing. It's meant to be confusing. They have a lot of people confused. There are a lot of spiritualists that you can go to that will have you confused. And see, this is the whole thing. I don't do love work on people unless I know that I can see that love work taking on fruition, taking some kind of fruition, coming into fruition, whether or not it's within a few weeks or within a few months or 6 months or a year. When I see what I see in these readings, it is because I am giving you freedom and liberation from sitting around loving somebody that does not love you back. And yeah, you know what? They say that love don't love nobody. But you know what? I think it's the love that you feel for people that don't feel it back for you. That is what does not love nobody. So when it comes to love work starts within self. Love work starts with your own heart chakra. You see what I'm saying? And so you can do a reunion spell, which, I can do it for therapeutic purposes sometimes. But I'm always honest with people. I am always honest with people. I always let them know. Ooh, bless me. Just because I do the love work for you doesn't mean it's. Sorry about that, guys. Just because I do love work for you doesn't mean that it's going to manifest what it is exactly that you want. You have to look at your destiny with this person too. Okay. So I am a psychic that can see into the future. I am also an intuitive empath. So you can just show me a picture of a person sometimes and I can tell you how that person feels about you. You can look, you can show me a picture of you and that person, and I can instantly tell from their body language how they feel about you, how they feel about themselves, how what that person is about. So, and you know what, guys, sometimes you can be in love with somebody that's alone. Like you can be in love with somebody that is alone, you know what I'm saying? And they may sit around. They see, here's the thing. Here's the chain of events that can happen. You meet somebody, you in love with them, they stuck on somebody else. So then now you're stuck. So it's like this big train. It's like a big chain link. So now you're caught up in them while they're caught up in someone else. You see what I'm saying? Well, Angela, if you need a reading, because I'm not doing a reading right now at this moment, I will be scheduling appointments for starting at 2 p.m. this afternoon. So I am going to get a couple of hours of sleep. But this really, guys, it kills me. It bothers me. It bothers me to know that people are going through this. And my theory on it is that it is demonic. And I know I'm right because that train, I just heard that train always confirms for me every time. I believe that it's demonic because while you're sitting there loving somebody that does not love you, either they're living their life in happiness or not, The point is that you are now tied to a person that does not love you and that is never going to give you the love that you need and you want. Also, another thing, somebody having feelings for you and somebody loving you, it doesn't mean that the circumstances are going to add up. Somebody can love you and feel for you till the end of time. They can love you so much that they can just, you know, think about you all the time. But what is their circumstances? What is their circumstances at that moment? What are going to be their circumstances a year from now? Are they ever going to be in a position where they can be with you? That is the question. So these things are very important for you to ask during these readings, because you could be sitting around wasting your life on something that's never going to come. And a love spell is not going to make that happen. It's not. Just because you do a love spell on somebody doesn't mean that, a love spell can work temporarily. A love spell can work temporarily until, so love spells are not guaranteed. Now we do bindings. Bindings will bind somebody to you. Yes, they do work. But do you really want somebody binded to you that doesn't actually feel the same way about you that you feel about them? So this is the reason why, guys, I am so honest during my readings. I am. I am never going to sugarcoat anything. I don't manipulate the messages that I get from the spirit. I don't. I don't tell you what you want to hear just so that I can charge you $200 or $300 for a love reunion or a love spell. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you, hey, look, this is what's up with this person. This is where they're at. If it's something that you refuse to accept, then you just want something that because you can't have it. Okay, there's a lot of people that just want what they can't have. And then a lot of times, if you want what you can't have, the other person can see that through you, or either the spirits can tell that even if you had that person, you wouldn't appreciate them. So are you actually in a place? Are you actually in a place mentally, spiritually, psychologically, where what if this person did want you? What are you going to do with them? What are you going to do? So this is the reason why, because most of the people that come to me, they've never had a spiritual cleanse in their life. And cleanses are very important, because a lot of the times you can have oppressive spirits, you can have demonic spirits, you can have all sorts of spirits that will lie to you. Because listen, if nobody is there to love you, guess what? You are a open book for demons. If nobody is there to love you, if you spend your life being the 7 of Cups, daydreaming about something, that is how those spirits are able to take advantage of you and take advantage of your life. This is the reason why I told single mothers, I said, stop sitting around wasting the rest of your life. Now, you got to be careful out there, because you got your perverts. I personally think that a lot of the stuff that we see is social engineering and programming, okay? Because they make it seem like, literally everything that they do is set up so that we don't experience love and that we never have it in our lives. So then you've got all these women with children that are alone with no protection. Why don't people understand that this is all by design? Why do you think that single motherhood is so prevalent amongst all races, guys? The reason why is because it puts the women in a position where they have no protection, none whatsoever. And this is a way for you to be taken advantage of. And so this is the reason why, if you have love, yes, hold on to it. If you have a good situation with somebody that's there for you, that's going to love you, yeah, you should hold on to it. These entities, yes, they are constantly trying to break you apart. Yes, they are. They are evil. They are. I'm not even going to lie to you. So, what they did when they realized what was happening, that is when they began to really home in and crack down on single mothers. The single mothers need love. Single mothers need support. Single mothers need a responsible husband. That's what they need. That's what the children need. The children need, I mean, when I grew up, my parents, they divorced, but at least I saw my parents loving on each other. That was an important thing for me to witness as a child. And there's so many of you that never witnessed that as a child. Never. And this is also bad. Because what happened was, that entity said, well, you're not with the father anymore, so you just got to be alone for the rest of your life. And that led the kids into a disadvantage because it took away any other additional spiritual support and financial support. And another thing, people focus on the negative. They use negative situations and negative things that have happened in people's lives that were negative to control everybody. So everybody has this fear of something that doesn't even exist. I'm going to tell you something. Love is precious. It is more valuable than gold. Love will make a plant grow. Love is what makes us all grow. It's love. Do you understand me? You cannot continue to put your heart in jeopardy like this. So, guys, this is the reason why I am sought out so much. This is the reason why people want readings from me, because they want to hear the truth. They want to know. They don't want to know a lie. They don't want to be taken advantage of. You see what I'm saying? They need to know the truth. So, be careful out here when you are dealing with spiritualists. I've actually had um, clients come to me and they'll say, well, a year ago, I had a psychic tell me that this person was in love with me and we was going to be together forever. And I just needed to send them, $200 or $300 and everything would be okay. And they would make sure that this person loved me forever. But they ain't heard from the person in over a year. How could you do that to somebody? You know how many times as a child I have cried myself to sleep feeling unloved? This is horrible for people to do this. People deserve love in their life. People deserve to have somebody there with them. Nobody deserves to sit up here and hold on to some pipe dream that doesn't exist. So I am very, very honest with my readings. I'll even look out 5 or 10 years from now. Is this person going to ever be with you? And sometimes the answer will be no. You owe it to yourself to say, okay, whatever demons, enchantments, spirits, or ghosts that is on this person that is tying me to them, it is time for me to free myself from this. That's what that devil card is about in the tarot deck. That card will tell you, look, you are focused and literally obsessed on a person that is never going to feel the same way about you. This is the reason why. Y'all know how many love spells I do per year? Probably maybe 6 per year. Because real love is going to be there for you regardless to if you do a love spell. It is. It's just going to be there for you. I've had it happen to me time and time and time again, even though the situation didn't work out with that person. It ain't always meant for you to be with somebody forever. And a lot of times, if you continue to hold on to somebody that will not give that love back to you, you are holding on to a situation that is unhealthy for you, and you are wasting your time and your life. And I don't wish to see people do that. If I tell you that somebody loves you and is meant to be, because I look at everything, even the questions that you don't ask me, I offer them and volunteer them during these readings because I want you to know. Why? Because I have been through this. I have been through loving somebody that does not love me back. And it is extremely painful. And half the time it's your ego. Half the time, it's that super ego that is causing you to hold on to this situation that is unhealthy for you because you don't want to let go because it feeds your ego somehow. Okay. So what I do is I look at everything. I look way ahead. I do different spreads for you. I don't just do one spread and leave it at that. I look at everything. I look at the situation totally so that you can know what you need to know. Especially with, is he the one? Is she the one for you? I think I'm going to do those readings. I think I'm going to kind of interrupt the new love readings because there's no way that anybody is prepared or able to move on to new love, because the way that they have this set up is for you to constantly pine over your ex that is never coming back to you. They're not going to come back to you organically. And an organic love reunion is where you don't do no love work. You don't do any of that. And that person comes and knocks at your door, gives you a hug, and says, I love you. So that's more organic. Love happens organically. Okay. So I see people doing this all the time. Good morning, Libra girl. I see people do this all the time. In my opinion, I feel that I feel like it is some kind of dark entity that keeps you in that mindset. And the next thing you know, you look up and you in your 50s and you unhappy and you've sat around for 20 or 30 years pining over this person that was never meant to give you what you want. In the meantime, the person that you are meant to be with, they done fell off by the waysides. They done probably lost their mind. So it's entrapment. And I believe that these entities knowing our capacity to love and knowing our need for love, they took advantage of that. You see what I'm saying? So if it's truly a situation where a demon broke you up, I'm going to tell you. Okay, even though I am a spiritualist, I am very ethical in my practices. There's a lot of spiritualists, as soon as you come to them, oh, this person loves you so much, and we just need to do a love spell. No, Jamila does not do that. Jamila is going to tell you the truth. And that way you can, and I've done this to so many with so many people, and they'll come back to me, they'll follow up with me like a year later, and they'll say, Jamila, I'm so happy and grateful for you because I realized that no, it wasn't meant for me to be with that person. And I could have sat around for years and I found somebody that actually loves me that I am immensely happy with. And I thank you for that. I have had those kind of feedbacks from my people that I've just done readings for. This is just readings, not even spiritual work. And then again, I've had people that have came to me. I've looked in the cards. I could see that the other person, it wasn't going to work out with them anyway. I could see that it was actually meant to be with this other person. I could see that other person was using love spells and all kind of stuff to pull this person away. And yeah, I've done breakup work and I've done reunion work. And one of my first testimonies on my website is a client that, I mean, it was obvious that they loved each other. It was obviously wrong for them to be split up. It wasn't right. One of my very first testimonies was a case that I did in 2015. I think, yeah, it was in 2015. It's on the website still. And she ended up marrying this man. He made a commitment with her. Now, there was a little bit of backlash because a child came up out of the thing. Okay, he had a child with this other woman. And see, this other woman was one of them types of women that wanted to have a baby to keep him. Please don't have a baby to keep a man. Please, God. Please don't do that. You are bringing an innocent soul into this world that is not going to have the guidance of, that's a totally different gamut. People that have children to keep people in their life, I don't even know what to say. It'd be different if you just wanted to be a mother. It'd be different if you just wanted a child. But even then, you got to be a little bit more responsible. And I can say that because I speak from personal experience. Will I say that I wish I didn't have my kids? Never. Never. So, guys, I've had life experiences that, literally, these are the people that I help because I can see straight through you. I have saved people and their time and their money. I have done that for people and I feel good about that because literally, like, you'll be fixated on somebody and you'll be wondering why. And this person does not feel the same way about you. They in love with somebody else. They want somebody else. And literally, it was a contract that was taken out on your heart. And I can see it plain as day. Some demonic entity, and it is demons because demons do exist, just literally taking advantage of you not knowing, of you being confused. So I've seen that scenario too, to where you're supposed to stay in a 6 to 10 year contract. I've explained this to you guys. I have came to you guys so many times and told you, look, there is an entity, there is demons that are out there taking advantage of you. They think it's funny. They just want you to waste your time. Why do you think that Waste Her Time 2018 and Waste His Time 2018 was a trending hashtag last year? Because these demons are running amok. We provide freedom from those demons. I would never, ever, ever lie to you and tell you that somebody loves you or doesn't love you if that's not the case. That is the matrix that we all talk about. When you think about it, for you to stay wrapped up, oh, this person loves me, they do love me, even though they haven't made any effort to be with you, and you sitting around for 5 or 6 years saying, oh, I ain't gonna experience it, because after that first year, well, after the first 3 years, this is when you start to try to face reality. But then most of the time, people are going to be oppressed, and that entity is going to tell you, don't ever look at love again. Just let me feed off of you. This is what we're dealing with these days. And this is the reason why Divine Services and Terra Queen Jamila is even here in the first place. So they want you to stay stuck on something that'll never happen. These people, look, these entities were so cruel, and I'm not trying to take shots at nobody, but they were trying to keep me. First of all, I got bamboozled, guys. I got bamboozled a few years ago. Not a few years ago. It was actually over 10 years ago when I got bamboozled. They tried to take me through the same process again, and it was so blatant. It was like, are they for real? Are they not aware that I am awoke, that I am awakened? They tried to get me to be spiritually and mentally and tied at the heart chakra with somebody that I've never met, that I'm not gonna, that even if I did meet them, I'm not gonna meet them for probably another 10 to 20 years. Tell me if that is right. And the angel, because it was nothing but deliverance from God, and the angel that led me out of that confusion, I'm forever in his debt, because that is disgusting to do that to somebody. Because these entities, and even when they found out that I was moving on, they began to come and say this person's name, mention this person that I haven't spoken with, this person that I have no desire to be with. It's a game, and they use people. We are all being used and laughed at by these entities. In the meantime, you've wasted your life. You've wasted years and years of your life on something that is never going to happen. Please explain to me why something or somebody would be so cruel. It's because it's evil. Especially if you somebody that came to this earth looking for the person that you love. Many of us come to this earth looking for love. That's why we're here. To experience love, to experience heaven, to experience all of that. So for something to come and totally twist it, tangle it, and pervert it, it's disgusting. So this is why I am so hated. Because some of these practitioners, and I've pointed them out to you, they are the dealers. They are the contract dealers. They don't give you no kind of freedom. They don't give you any kind of empowerment. They give you the wrong information on purpose, and they just don't care. Right now, there are so many couples that are split up. They can't be together. They love each other, but they're confused. And it's so sad because these entities are doing this to us. Do y'all understand that now? I get so frustrated with it. I do. I get so frustrated with it because, there's freedom from all of that. Why are you doing this to yourselves? It makes no sense. So if you guys want to know the truth, if you want a reading that's not sugar coated, and I'm not going to devastate you, I know how to talk to people. I don't just, when I actually, in these chat readings, guys, come on now. Please, y'all, y'all coming in here asking about life altering stuff in a chat room, you guys need to have a serious sit down with me, because you're not going to get the full gamut of a reading through the chat. You're not. You're not going to get that. When I sit down with you, there are so many other things that I say to you, so many other messages from your spirits that are, healing. There's healing messages. There's messages of liberation. There's all sorts of messages that you're going to get from your spirits when you sit down and talk with me. So yeah, I will come and I will do chat readings, but see, that is so that my spirits can say, "Hey, you need to speak to me because there is something important that you need to hear." And I don't have 20-minute mini readings. My readings are at least 30 minutes to an hour. I always have people, they purchase an additional 30 minutes because the readings are very powerful. Even if you don't get spiritual work, I do readings all the time for people that don't get spiritual work. The readings are the spiritual work because sometimes you just need to be enlightened on that situation. Sometimes you just need to know the truth. So, anyway, guys, that's just what I wanted to come and tell you guys, okay? Don't be sleep on these readings. Do not do it. They are the gateway to your future. They are also the gateway to your life so that you are not sitting around and literally, okay, there's a lot of people, they'll say, well, I'm cutting this person off, but then you're still thinking about them. That person still occupies a space in your head. Why is this happening? Why is it that you've moved on, but then again, your thought processes are strictly on this particular person? This is the one reason why people can't manifest the things that they want, because they don't know the proper meditation techniques. They don't understand if somebody is living rent free in your brain 24/7, how are you going to focus on anything else? So this is why the cleanses, this is why the core cuttings, this is why the breakup work. I've had people come to me and pay for their own breakup work because they know that they have to separate and cut ties from this person that's not going to give them what they want, need, and desire. So anyway, that's my message for today from the spirits. Happy Labor Day to you guys. I know a lot of y'all are probably off of work today. So I am open on Labor Day. If you want an authentic reading, the reason why I call the readings authentic is because I tell you the truth and I don't manipulate that. I'm a spiritualist, yes. I do practice witchcraft, but I don't manipulate your truth. I don't believe in that. Okay, I think I do upwards to at least five, and I know there's people pocket watching. I do upwards to at least 5 to 6 cleanses per month for people. So the main thing that people come to me for is the cleanses and the money work and the road openers and things like that. People come to me for things like that. So guys, it's not about doing a love spell on somebody. So many people, they just, oh, love spell, love spell, love spell. You go to them, 500 people will go to them. I'm sorry, if you had to do love spells for 500 people to return somebody to them, something is not right within your business. If the first 50 people that came to you, and spirits are watching this, if the first 50 people that came to you and you offered all of them love reunions, something is not right, because where is the difference? Where is you know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry, guys. I just, the truth only hurts you because they want it to hurt. You know what the ultimate truth is that there's somebody out there for everybody. And there's always going to be somebody out there for you. You have to stop wasting time on people that are going to be able to give you what you want. They're not going to be able to requite that love with you. And it's okay for you to move beyond that. Okay? Anyway, guys, I got to go. I love you guys, love and light. Thank you so much for coming to the chat. Um and I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.